me. He's going to be bringing some gravity wagons, so I might as well pull in and get a start here, see what's going to happen, right? Okay, insides are turning. We're creeping along. We sink in. And or how fast we can go. I'm most interested in seeing how much we'll sink in. Of course, if it'd be my luck, it'd be solid here and we could ear pick, but you know, the picker's having a little rest moment. I ended up planting 112-day corn here because I ran out of 102-day seed. So I'm sure this isn't super dry. But the owners here are bugging me about when I'm gonna harvest this. Well, the new owners. Oh, we gotta stop, I forgot to do something. That's not gonna be fun. But we gotta close the door. As we fold the ladder up. There we go. I planted those a little too close. Probably could use my lateral tilt a lot. This one row is planted at the very edge of some growing grass. And well, that snout over there is closer to the ground. I don't know if you can see, but I just tilted the head some. 4-row, it's hard to tell. And this combine with 4 rows, just however fast I can go and keep it going straight. Now, right along the road here, this first pass will seem real nice and firm. Oh yeah, it's starting to lean. That usually means it's wet. I don't know what our ground speed is. We can check on that. Oh, that's a little leany too. 2 miles an hour right now. Sorry, I got you guys on the steering column if you're going back and forth. I like I need an in-between position. Because it sometimes feels far away and I'm looking through the steering wheel at the head. Maybe it's because I'm trying to see too much of everything. Oh, it can be speedy, all right. Real speedy. Now, let's hope we don't get bushwhacked by that tree. It's gonna hit my mirror. But can I get that stock? Got that one? Okay. Yep, we're hitting the branch. I'm gonna have to adjust that mirror. I'm really gonna have to adjust that mirror now. I'm just gonna sneak over here. Get off a row, take that one, and hopefully, yeah, that was enough 36 inches to miss that tree by enough. And the joys of opening up a field. And I guess the deer are going to get a few ears there, they're not very big. I went through and adjusted all the snouts on the head. I got them all the tips about even. Geez. This is going to be the wetter end of the field. So I'm hoping it's not all leaning quite this bad. This is kind of a weird field. It's got slope, and I guess it drains okay-ish. But I disked this field without chisel plowing the first time in the spring with the wings down. And I thought everything was, say, dry and like, I guess we just make a full loop around the field instead of trying to go back next to where we were just to get back to Dad quicker. Because he's going to take me back to get the grain truck. We brought a couple wagons with the truck. Try not to eat a rock. This is where we're going to eat a rock. Oh, look at that puddle over there to the left. Yeah. This is where we're going to make a mess at this end. Let's see if we can peel that out of the mud. Hey, how do we have that row come from? All of a sudden we're planting 5 rows. Head so much better than the old one. Probably because this one's a lot less worn out. Just had, before I got it, like supposedly 3 years ago, it went to a dealer and the dealer put a bunch of money in it, or just racked some previous owner up a really big bill saying they were putting parts in. I probably planted that a little too close there to that stuff. Paying rent for it. So might as well try to grow something as long as we don't fall into the creek over there. Ooh, more standing water ahead. Let's try not to wash the tip of the snouts too much. Yeah, buddy, this is why we're here right now. So I guess I'll give a quick story. So yeah, when I started renting this property, I knew at the time the people who owned it, and they had just bought it when I started renting it, that's how I started renting it, is they were gonna start fencing in the field and put up a barn for their horses. Well, after a couple of years, they came to the realization that it would be easier just to buy a property already set up for horses with fence and a barn already. So then they decided they were going to sell this. They did some sort of remodel, siding, I don't know. I'll leave it at that. I would be mean and maybe go into detail about it. I don't know much about the remodel, but I know they did put some money in the house and sold this property twice what they paid for it, which they obviously didn't put that much money in the house. They bought it for $150 3 years ago, sold it for $300,000 this past September to some folks who want to do the exact same thing that they were going to do 3 years ago by putting up a barn and getting fencing in the field for pasture for horses. So, why are we here today? Because it's a little money, and they're bugging me about when I'm going to harvest. Because I'm sure this corn isn't as dry as I want. And obviously the ground is definitely not dry. Let's see if we can make as many rows as we did last year when we harvested beans on President's Day. Can't say I've ever harvested corn at 3.5 miles an hour. Although the faster I go in this thing, the better. Because I've noticed, like I love the the Ford diesel engine. This 474 isn't quite as efficient. It's got 100 more cubic inches than the British Ford diesel and the TR70, and well, it burns a little more fuel. Of course, I've also been refilling the tank every time I leave the barnyard, so that way I don't have to worry about running out of fuel. So it seems like I've been putting a lot of fuel in it, but that's because I've just been maintaining a full tank. I I've ran enough things out of fuel, like the 14 and the TC30 out of fuel enough that I don't feel like trying to run this out of fuel. Now the fuel gauge works just fine, but I don't want to find out how well it works or how accurate it is. But it does move up and down. Okay, we're coming to an outlet where we don't have to worry about taking too much. I can drive back to Dad so we can go home and get the grain truck. Now he's waiting on me. Tips up, coming to the edge. Here we are. Well, we're gonna go get the grain truck and then we're gonna come back to the field, see how much fun we can have. Might as well check on the yield monitor back there. Not too bad for that outside round. That's like 5, almost 6 acres over there. I'm not going to take the key out because remember, I had troubles in this field last year and I had troubles the other night actually. The ignition's very sensitive. Very sensitive. And I gotta find exactly the right spot. It took me about 10 tries to just turn the key and then trying the other key and moving it just a little bit to get started the other night because I left it at the field and took the keys out. Now, if somebody really wants to run away with the big yellow combine, I guess good luck, guys. It's gonna be pretty easy to spot. I gotta open up the fuel solenoid, equalize pressure. Okay. Tilt steering wheel. Down ladder. Let's go get a grain truck.